Sydney, city, capital of the state of New South Wales, Australia. Located on Australia's southeastern coast, Sydney is the country's largest city and, with its magnificent harbour and strategic position, is one of the most important ports in the South Pacific. In the early 19th century, when it was still a small convict settlement and the first settlers had barely penetrated the interior, it had already established trade with the Pacific Islands, India, China, South Africa, and the Americas. The first sight of Sydney, whether from the sea or the air, is always spectacular. Built on low hills surrounding a huge harbour with innumerable bays and inlets, the city is dominated by the bulk of the Sydney Harbour Bridge, one of the longest steel arch bridges in the world, and the Opera House, with its glittering white shell-shaped roofs that seem to echo the sails of the many yachts in the adjacent harbour. The intricate confusion of water and buildings makes a striking impression either by day or by night. Because of its history as a great port and its status as the site of the country's main international air terminal, Greater Sydney is spread over a vast area that stretches from the Blue Mountains in the west to the Pacific Ocean in the east and from the southern shore of Lake Macquarie in the north to south of Botany Bay. Only about one-third of this region is classified as urban, but the great bulk of the region's population lives in the urban area. A pattern of suburban sprawl, caused partly by the cheapness of land in earlier days and by the determination of ordinary Australians to own their own houses and gardens, has caused problems for the authorities responsible for sewerage and transport. The sprawl is also in marked contrast to the comparatively small and compact central business district, which is crammed into a narrow rocky peninsula between two arms of the harbour within the city of Sydney proper. The Sydney region is fortunate to be almost completely ringed by dozens of national and regional parks and recreation areas, a unique distinction for so large a city. The mouth of the Hawkesbury River, with its many finger-like inlets, provides a superb expanse of sheltered water for yachting, while a string of magnificent sandy beaches stretches along the Pacific coast both north and south of the city and is a haven for enthusiasts of aquatic sports.